Just write your little tagline there. Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
I'm Gary.
And he's gerrymandering over there.
Yes, I am. It's about time we did some gerrymandering here.
Yeah, I wonder if is that your name for the little T-Rex dance?
I guess it could be, huh? Gonna go ahead and do a little gerrymandering here.
So tell us what you got in the mail today.
Oh, I got this this flyer that says weakening our democratic process. Vote no on the California basically redistricting proposition, if you will. And normally Dave and I would be very strong proponents of no. We've got an independent commission that is going
nonpartisan commission drawing district lines in California.
That is the way to do it. Makes everything fair. You are representing the people.
Yes.
However, there are certain states, Texas, that are rolling over for dear leader and basically gerrymandering their state even more because Trump feels that they won't be able to hold the House of Representatives without cheating. And I'm frankly tired of playing by the rules, letting the other guy cheat, and then not losing the election. It's like, I'm tired of it. If you want to screw around with the election, then two can play this game. And
the Republicans have chosen the field of battle. The field of battle is the mud pit. And the Democrats for the longest time have been, no offense to Michelle Obama, it's the proper way to do it. When they go low, we go high. But it requires there being some degree of morals, ethics, right, the sense of right and wrong. And it also is kind of like their actions shouldn't dictate your actions type of thing. So the other analogy I would have, and I'll come back to the Michelle Obama one in a second, is, if your friends jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge, would you jump off too? That kind of mindset. Just because Texas is gerrymandering doesn't mean that you shouldn't. That's pretty much what that flyer is saying. It's like, okay. So if I have a friend jumps off the Golden Gate Bridge, that doesn't impact my life at all. But in this case, that's a horrible analogy because if this friend jumps off the Golden Gate Bridge and then the whole world has to follow everything he tells you to do because he wins somehow, then you have to change things. So the Republicans have chosen the mud pit. You can't go high because you're impacted by where they choose to fight. And so guess what? You're going to have to get in the mud pit with them, even though you don't want to, because to win the fight, you have to get in there and beat them in the mud pit. And then when you've done beating them and you are declared victorious, you can climb out of the mud pit and then ban the mud pit from ever being used again as a field of battle between politicians in the United States. Yeah. You create legislation to get rid of gerrymandering. That's why the Supreme Court won't rule on it. It's because they say, it's the states. Well, guess what? The feds can pass laws that prevent states from gerrymandering and put some teeth in it.
Yep. So here's a list of the states that, so Texas is basically, they are redrawing their district maps. And there are other states, Newsweek had an article on here are some of the states that are going to probably potentially jump into the fight. California, Missouri, Ohio, which has to do it anyways, because they were constitutionally mandated to redraw their map after the one in 2022 was struck down. Wisconsin, Indiana, Maryland, Washington, Florida, Louisiana, Illinois, New York, and New Jersey. And I think a lot more of what you're going to see is Newsom warned Texas, basically, back off. Otherwise, we're going to do this. And I've got people lined up behind me that are willing to also do it. But Texas rolled over to Trump and, they're going to do what they're going to do. It's like, okay, fine. We're going to do it too, apparently.
I can see Texas's point of view. They figured they got nothing to lose, right? Because we're going to do it, and now Newsom might be bluffing.
Well,
If we don't do anything, then it's 0-0, right? We don't get 5 new seats, and they don't gerrymander 5 seats. If we gerrymander our 5 seats further, and then Newsom is bluffing and doesn't actually do it, well, then we're 5 seats ahead.
yeah,
So
or if the voters,
nothing. There's nothing for them to lose on this.
Yeah, in California, we have to put it to vote. You actually have to vote to allow this gerrymandering to take place. Now you've got.
I don't think he liked that.
He did not like that much.
No, he didn't like that at all. Can't imagine why.
Yeah, he's gonna vote no on the gerrymandering now, just to annoy you.
He's looking at the feathers like they're gonna get him in here.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about gerrymandering here.
Let's see how gerrymanders.
Yeah, let's take a look at the energy in California. How is California looking at gerrymandering for entertainment purposes only? Okay, King of Cups is the foundation. We're not happy with what's happening. We're going to try and be the adults in the room. We warned you what we were going to do, but you ignored us. The cross is the 6 of Pentacles. You're going to get your little 5 seats in Texas, but we've got several blue states that will tip the scales and give us more blue house representative seats than red. The energy underneath it is the reason why we're all doing this is because you've changed yourself to dear leader. You're taking the low vibrational path. You're just placating the demon, and you don't have to do it. We told you didn't have to do it, but you chose to do it. In the past, you got the 5 of Wands. All of the fighting and chaos that has been going on, all of the dissension in this country, and we just got more of it. This could be your 5 congressional seats in Texas too. The current energy is temperance. We'd like to find a balance. We don't really want to do this. It's really, you've got the cart in front of the horse, because instead of the people electing representatives, it's basically you're putting representatives in front of the people. It's backwards. It should be the other way around. Overarching energy is strength. To me, this is kind of like it goes along with the King of Cups and the Temperance card. This is there's a peaceful way to resolve this. There's a balanced way to do this. You don't have to wrestle the lion. You could win this with kindness, but it doesn't seem to be the way the Republicans want to do it. Lesson to be learned is the 4 of Swords. You better think about what your actions are before you take them. Could also could be something's happening in 4 months where this will prove to be a choice that doesn't make a lot of sense anymore. The outcome is the Page of Swords. Bring on the fight, baby. You want to fight? We're going to fight.
In the mud.
In the mud.
In the mud. Will there be a net gain for the Democrats as a result of renewed gerrymandering in the United States? Now, part of Gary's spread, when I was looking at it, when you look at the double card at the bottom, gerrymandering is corrupt. It's absolutely corrupt. It's forcing your will on the voters.
Yes.
And again, he led off with this. Neither one of us want to see that. We'd rather see the districts drawn up in a nonpartisan manner and let the people vote how they want to vote, and let the representatives represent their voters, what's best for their district. That's ultimately what you want. The problem is everybody needs to be doing that. If not everybody's doing that, then you've got a problem. Prefacing this, both sides gerrymander. Let's not be naive about this. Both sides gerrymander. And you do that because you want enough of an advantage that you can still get your agendas through. I would argue that the Republicans gerrymander more frequently and more deeply than the Democrats do. The Democrats will do it. The Democrats want a big group hug, kumbaya moment. Everybody get on board with our great new plan so we can do this. And the gerrymandering just allows them to dream up the new plan. The Republicans just want to tell you what to do and how to do it.
Yes. Bo, the fifth column, when Bo was doing it, his mantra was, the Republicans, they don't want to represent, they want to rule.
Rule, yes. And it fits the mindset because it's a conservative mindset. You want a black and white, very strict hierarchy. Everybody knows their place.
Yes.
There's no gray zones. You know who you have to listen to, like the military, and you know who has to listen to you. And they like that structure because they can put themselves at the top. Yep. The analogy given, though, is squeezing juice out of an orange. The Republicans have squeezed most of the juice out of the orange. They've already gerrymandered, and somewhat severely. There's how much more can you do? Because if there was more you could do, you would have already done it. So now they have to sort of look at the maps again and say, how can we sort of tweak this to optimize it a little bit better than we already have it? The Democrats, generally speaking, haven't optimized it. So I think in this reading that I'm about to throw, I would suspect the Democrats will be able to free up some more seats here. But let's see what the cards have to say on that. Will the Democrats get more seats as a result of gerrymandering than the Republicans? We got the judgment card crossed by the 2 of Cups. Sending out the call loud and clear. They might, but it might not just be. No, you've got both the blue and the reds doing this now. And it's an effort to steal the election. Basically, sorry to call it what it is. But at least both sides will be playing on the same field, even if it's a corrupt field. I was asking if they're going to have more success. The past Knight of Pentacles, again, I talk about the Democrats with their kumbaya moment. Can't we just get along? We should talk about our values and how we can progress these things with values. Current situation is the Page of Cups. But, MAGA's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We have a bunch of extremists in this country. And you can be as artsy-fartsy as you want. If you don't get in and fight, you're not going to get what you want. They don't want to do it. They absolutely don't. They're going to try. Jesus Christ, please not. I think they're going to still try and reach out to the Republicans. You got to be kidding me. I'd like to think this is the new Democrats coming out saying, hey, you know what? We'll take care of this for you. We'll be the jerks. Gavin Newsom doesn't have a problem being a jerk in this case. And maybe that's what this is. Outcome, King of Swords. Yeah, they're going to get more seats. And I think it's because of the Gavin Newsoms of this world. Basically saying, you know what? You guys don't feel comfortable being the jerk. It's distasteful for you. I'll tell you what. I'll be the jerk for you. Because we've got to do this. This needs to be done. Sorry, it's not a bipartisan kumbaya moment. But that should make Gary thrilled because that's one of his biggest irritations with the Democrats. Bunch of, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to you to complain about your bad behavior. It's Republicans look at that letter and go, who cares what you think?
For you Python fans out there, it's like the Judean People's Front when they have.
I thought it was the People's Front of Judea.
Yeah, no, that's the Popular Front.
Oh, I thought they were splitters.
The Judean People's Front. They had this great scene where they're having a secret meeting, and the Romans invade it, and they can't find anyone, even though their hiding places are quite obvious. They all they found was a wooden spoon. But it's like, it's like, oh, this calls for immediate discussion. It's like they can't take action on anything. It's just they have to discuss, and then take a vote. And it's like, at some point, you just need to say,
just got to do.
You got to do something.
And that's what I'm hoping for in the future. Jasmine Crockett doesn't seem to have a problem calling things out and doing it. AOC doesn't seem to have a problem with calling stuff out and doing it. Gavin Newsom certainly doesn't have that problem. And heaven forbid David Hogg ever get in charge of anything, because that boy has no fear whatsoever. And I only say boy because he's like 22 years old or something like that. He's a young guy, but oh lordy,
young man is the term I think.
Yeah, he's a young man, but he's going to be the one that's like he has no F's to give whatsoever. He's watched how the Republicans steamroll him, and he's waiting for his turn to return the favor.
So after the 2026 election, will we start returning back to a state of normal? Just do a little four-carder on it. It's about balance and temperance, getting our emotions under control, heartbreak and betrayal. I mean, this is how we should be acting, but we haven't been acting that way. It's for the best. We all live our best lives when we're represented. Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, heartburn.
Queen of Wands. We have lots of work to do, lots of actions to take to live our best lives. And then the Eight of Wands. Yeah, there'll be lots of missile attacks to get it to happen. So it seems like we're after the 2026 elections, we will have balance. This is the card that really I find so curious, because I know where I want to go with this.
Yeah, I do too.
I just don't know if I want to share that. But with this Three of Swords, if we can get past the Three of Swords, we're going to live our best lives. We'll be able to take a lot of actions, and we'll be able to start improving communication.
You wouldn't need to take the antacid if you didn't have the heartburn.
Indeed.
And you got the heartburn.
Yeah,
so you have to take the antacid in order to get better and move on.
So what's the clarifier for the Three of Swords? Take your medicine. I'm laughing because Dave's got a reading. I guess it's okay to talk about it because this is going to come out after your Tarot by the Bay reading, right?
Yeah. So
you got the Page of Pentacles.
I don't think it's anything to do with Trump's health, if that's where you're going with it.
Yeah, Dave's doing a reading where why did Trump delegate the
that one
peace negotiations to J.D. Vance, and his insight his cards kind of led him to think that maybe Trump got some medical, not advice, but an evaluation that said, well, maybe we've done as much as we can do for you. And,
that would make that would certainly fit.
So if Trump was having some sort of health setback or had a very limited amount of time to go, that would explain why, we could have been balanced and in a good shape all this time, but it's going to take this person leaving, and once this person leaves, we can enjoy the finer things in life and take the actions. And what I was getting clarifier is
this gerrymandering happened long before Trump. I don't think this is going where you think it's going.
Well, at the end of the day, Dave had gotten some cards that it started with the Page of Pentacles, which made me laugh because I drew the Page of Pentacles. That this is all we can do for you. I know it's an emotionally tough time, but you had your run.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's going to be Congress passing legislation. That's the only way you're going to get past this is you have to pass legislation.
I don't disagree. But you're not going to be able to – it's going to be hard to pass the legislation if the man on top is going to just veto it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true. So I can see where that factors into it.
Yeah. If he's not on top, you have a chance.
Well, talk about outing him, though, right? If you pass legislation to say, states will set up nonpartisan gerrymandering committees, or the feds will set up some federal oversight to district maps in a nonpartisan way to make sure that the feds agree with the state's districting maps. I could see J.D. Vance or somebody or Trump say, states' rights can't be federal overreach is what they would do. So we're screwed until you've got the Republicans in a minority in all three branches of government and a Supreme Court that isn't 6-3 in favor of Trump on all things.
So the first thing we need to do is get out and vote.
Yes. Vote early and vote often. Vote as many times as you can. Okay, don't do that. That's a felony, and that will get you thrown in jail. It won't get you thrown in jail if, you're a Republican in a red state, but heaven forbid you be a person of, be a minority or something like that. They'll throw you in prison for 10 years.
Yeah.
For signing your name wrong or doing something stupid like that. The double standard is ludicrous in this country.
Is it though? Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah.
You want to read some more?
No, I'm fed up enough with this. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting our channel. We appreciate it.
Yeah, if you like these videos, subscribe and hit the bell. We'll wake you up at midnight with a new one. Give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. I read them all, respond to many.
And if for those who watched last night's video, recorded merely 45 minutes ago,
yes,
Gary was going to give a secret card to a special person, and then he pulled it back.
And then, yes, I held back. So I want to give a shout out to Cal. Hi, Cal.
Is Cal the secret person from the last one, or is this a deflective one?
No, this is the secret person. So Cal was actually on Romper Room in 1969 with Miss Diane. And Dave and I say it doesn't count because it wasn't.
Yeah, it doesn't count. Not Miss Marianne. It didn't happen.
Yeah, that was our Romper Room teacher was Miss Marianne.
Yeah.
But Cal's got a birthday coming up on August 27th, so we're going to give you a early birthday shout out.
A 3 of Wands early birthday shout out.
Yes.
Your birthday shout out's coming soon.
Well, it's ironic because Cal was on vacation, so maybe that's why the 3 of Wands came out. It's just you're overseas and now you're back.
Cal won't see this until they're back in town 3 weeks from now.
And then how about a shout out to She's a Knitter?
Here, you go take Cal's place on his vacation or her vacation as the case
her
may
vacation. Be. And then let's see. How about Bertha Segala? Hey, Bertha, first time commenter. Hi, Bertha. Welcome to the channel. And
you get to join you fool, join the journey. Drink the rainbow.
And let's see. And then, Renee Red Noir. Hey, Renee.
Renee Beauger.
It's Red Noir. I think it's Red Noir. Red Noir. I think I put a little too much French on that one. Renee is a very frequent commenter. I totally recognize Renee.
Mm-hmm. Because I made the same comment the same Star Trek joke the last time.
Renee Aubergenois.
Exactly.
Okay, and then a card for the rest of us. We've got the Judgment card. Stand up for what you believe in, man. That's what I got.
Stand up and be counted multiple times. They're cheating. Anyways, thank you again. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.
Take care, folks. Bye.